Several years have passed since this wild ride of mine, but I reckon it's high time I shared it. Maybe my tale will offer a beacon of hope for someone else battling through the wreckage of infidelity. Now, I was hitched for nearly 2 decades to my ex-wife. Back when we tied the knot, I was deep into my gig as a professional firefighter. I kicked off my career right out of high school, scoring a spot in the fire academy with a parental waiver. Firefighting runs in my blood. I'm the 4th generation in my family to take up the mantle. Climbed the ladder, too, reaching the rank of battalion chief before dialing it back to rescue captain, 'cause that's where all my certs and whatnot were. One fateful Christmas Eve, we got called out to a structure fire at an apartment complex. 18 folks were missing in action. We dove into rescue mode, and in one unit, I found a young couple. Got them out safe and sound. While swapping out my air tank, the lady starts freaking out about her baby. I'm like, what kind of baby are we talking about here? Human, dog, cat? But she's just repeating, my baby, like a broken record. So, back into the fray I go. Somehow managed to snag an infant on my way out before the whole place went kaboom, sending shrapnel flying. Caught a chunk of wood to the back, felt like a spear. Made it to the triage area, passed off the baby, then keeled over. That's when they spotted that splinter lodged in my back. Whisked off in a chopper to a trauma center, flatlined twice on the way. Emergency surgery saved my hide, that splinter was aiming for my heart. Now, here's where it gets real messed up. My wife gets the call from my crew about what went down, and she straight up refuses to show. Says I'm just playing for attention and trying to get in her pants using my job. 30 days I'm laid up in the hospital, out in the sticks about 60 miles from home. Finally get discharged, begging for a ride back. Wife's too busy, so I gotta scrounge one up from a buddy. We roll up to my place, her minivan parked out front. Head inside, calling for her, and I damn near hit the floor when we swing open the bedroom door. There she is, in bed with not one, not two, but 3 other dudes. One's in her kitty, another in her back door, and a third in her mouth. Stuff she swore she'd never do with me, claiming I was too big. My buddy helps me to my feet, then goes back in to grab my stuff while she and her boy toys keep on truckin'. Dude even snagged some cell phone footage without him noticing. Couple days later, I'm lawyered up and kickin' off the divorce proceedings. Thankfully, our kids were grown by then, so we dodged that particular bullet. In court, it comes out that she'd been passing herself around to every Tom, Dick, and Harry in town. Everyone in our circle was in on it. She straight up admits it to the judge, calls me nothing but a paycheck. She'd been secretly hoping I'd bite the dust in the line of duty so she could cash in on my life insurance. Used to be she was sweet and innocent, but things changed when her mom moved in. Started noticing a shift in her after that, but I was too busy working my ass off to keep us all afloat to see the signs. Divorce gets sorted, assets split, and I lean on my crew for support. These folks rallied around me like nobody's business, driving out to the boonies whenever I needed them. I busted my hump to get back to work, aiming to hit that 35-year mark and call it a career. Passed all my return-to-duty tests with flying colors, only to get called into the chief's office and handed a choice: retire now with full benefits or get medically retired with half. Ain't no easy call, but with my injury history and a shiny new PTSD diagnosis, the insurance folks weren't keen on covering me anymore. So, I hung up my helmet and walked away, heart heavy with disappointment. When my ex found out, she ramped up the harassment, trying to push me over the edge. But I wasn't about to let her win. Packed up and left town, threw myself into animal rescue work to fill the void. It was a dark time, living out of an RV and scraping by. Swore off women, save for a fellow firefighter who became a close confidant. Thought I'd never find love again, never trust another soul. Then, I stumbled into one of those MMORPGs and met a woman who turned my whole world upside down. Despite the age gap and the racial baggage we'd have to carry in our small-town community, she was a breath of fresh air. Old-fashioned like me, with family values that spoke to my soul. We took a chance on each other, and I'm damn glad we did. We're expecting our first kiddo come November 2021. Cheating's a hell of a thing, but it ain't the end of the line. There's light at the end of the tunnel, even when it feels like the world's caving in. Take it from me, life and love will find a way, even when you're knee-deep in the muck.